Okay, so today we're going to be talking about what happens when you have Venus in the seventh house of your birth chart in Vedic astrology, and Venus in the seventh house is your Arudha Lagna. If you don't know what your Arudha Lagna is, you can go up here to astrology.thunderwizard.com, and this is one of the main things I do. I got to tell you, in fact, I honestly don't know another astrologer who gives an initial reading with the Arudha Lagna in it. In my experience, a lot of Vedic astrologers don't even know what the Arudha Lagna is, how important it is. But it's definitely the most important thing that you need to know in terms of your success in life, especially when it comes to career. So, the Arudha Lagna is the reflection of your rising sign. Your rising sign in Vedic astrology, not Western, in Vedic astrology, the rising sign represents you, your physical body. It represents the lens through which your soul has to look at your life. So, whatever sign is there is going to color how you view your life. So, if you're, let's say, a Leo ascendant in Vedic astrology, that means that your soul is looking through Leo colored glasses at your life. That's why it's your personality. The Aruda is the reflection, which is actually your superpower. It actually means mount. It's the vehicle for your ascendant to achieve success in this life. Now, the issue comes that a lot of times people don't even realize what their Aruda is. In fact, they may not feel like they're Aruda at all. And so, if you are presenting your Aruda, your reflection to the world openly, then you will be received with success. People will want to hire you. They'll want to pay you for your services. They'll want to be your friend. They'll want to give success to you because your Aruda is actually your gift to the world. If you don't know what it is, then you're walking around and feel like, why is this person not giving me what I know they're supposed to give me? And this is all happening on an unconscious level. So if you fight with your Aruda, then people will fight against your success. If you know what your Aruda is and you openly present it, then people will like you and they won't even know why. I don't know what it is about that person, but I really like them. Hey, do you want to work for me? Hey, what is it that you do for a living? I want to buy your services. I want to be your friend. Okay? So this is when you have Venus in the seventh house. Now, the sign will make a difference. So, for instance, like if like I said, let's say that you're an Aries. Let's say you're an Aries ascendant and you have Venus in the seventh house. That would mean that you have Venus in Libra. So this would be a great placement because Venus is in her own house of Libra. And but whatever sign is placed over your Venus in seventh house is going to make a difference. But in terms of Venus placement, Venus loves being in the seventh house because the seventh house is the house of being out in the world. Now, the 10th house is your office, at work, how people see you at your job, at your career, whatever that is. But in terms of your public presence, the seventh house has to do with relationships. So that's why it's the house of the spouse, because that is relationship. Fifth house is the house of romance, sex and romance, but the seventh house is the house of your partner. First house is the self, the seventh house is the other. So it's one of the natural houses of the reflection of the first house. And so, in my experience, this doesn't have a strong karmic attachment to it. Some of the other houses, like the third, the fifth, the ninth, the 11th, those have really strong karmic attachments, and people struggle with that Aruda. The seventh house is pretty much how you are. It's your natural proclivity when you are out in public. So if this is your Aruda, it means that people see you as a very social person, especially with Venus. With Venus in the seventh house, Venus is all about relationships. Venus loves to go to parties. Venus loves to go to barbecues, to family gatherings, likes to have and host. So if you have Venus in the seventh house, people will see you as a natural social butterfly. They'll see you as somebody who loves having friends over, who loves having friends, being in relationships. This is a great placement for people who are salesmen, because when you go to sell your product, you'll come across as somebody's best friend, and they'll feel like, they're just talking with their best friend, and they'll get the experience that you're not trying to sell them anything, you're just trying to help them. That, hey, what would be really good for you is if you had this. Now, this is a little more expensive, but the truth is that you do this and this, right? Yeah, okay, so this would be really helpful for you. If you have seventh house Venus Arudha and you're a salesperson, people will never feel like you're trying to sell them. They'll think that you're their best friend coming to help them, give them something that they really need. So people are going to be naturally attracted to you. They're going to see you as a good spouse. So that'll be another thing. People, the moment you walk in the room, they'll go, "Wow, I bet you she's a great wife or he's a great husband." Especially if you're a woman, because Venus tends to be women, but this will be true for men as well. Um, so it's pretty simple. As I said, the seventh house doesn't have a strong karmic issue with it, because the issue with the Arudha is if you don't know what your Arudha is and you're trying to present yourself according to how you feel you are, and that is different from your Arudha, then people will feel like you are being inauthentic. They won't understand what it is you're doing. Why are you presenting yourself this way? And so the point is that you don't have to feel this way. So let's say you have Venus in the seventh house Arudha, and you just wake up and you're just feeling so antisocial that day. You just don't want to be around anybody, and you think that everybody can tell what a bad mood you're in. But since your seventh house Venus is your Arudha, you can just decide that, I'm not in a good mood, but I'm going to go ahead and play the part of the social butterfly. People won't know the difference, because your Arudha is like your superpower. You put it on and it has this power to affect people according to it. So, but again, as I said, most of the time with the seventh house Arudha, it's not that big of a deal, and people are usually pretty comfortable with that. So if you have Venus in the seventh house as your Arudha, you're already pretty comfortable with the idea of being a social butterfly and being with people and creating friendships and relationships. So anyway, that's my video for seventh house Arudha with Venus. If you don't know what your Arudha is, go to astrology.thunderwizard.com. For the month of December, I am giving half off of all of my astrology readings for the 2019. And we've got another special going on, which is the distance energy healing. Go there, go to energyhealing.thunderwizard.com to find out more about that. And I'm rolling that out now, so this is an introductory price. Once I get more demand, the price may go up. So get in early to get yours. All right, that's it. Keep your eyes peeled. Subscribe and hit the bell button if I have not gotten to your Arudha yet. All right, that's it. Thank you so much. Talk to you soon.